Part 4 of how to let it go. And good for you if you're watching part 4. Pop a 4 in the chat if you are, in which case you are the change, my love, because you're taking ownership of the life you would like to create. So have a think. What is the thing that stirs you up, triggers you, that you're not letting go? Maya Angelou is in my mind. Hello, I'm Poppy. If we haven't met, I'm a psychotherapist, psychologist, coach. 30 years I've been working with people and I self-regulate. Maya Angelou, beautiful quote. Forgiveness is giving up the hope that it would have been different. Giving up the hope that it would have been different. And it's desperately sad and difficult, I know. It's not to excuse something someone has done. And it's not this simple. Please do watch the 4 parts. It doesn't excuse what other people are doing. However, what it does do is take some power for you to decide. The reality of it is that cannot change what's happened. So we hold the hope that it would. If someone does something, you get to be happy, free, liberated, feel worthy, feel loved, and so on. Bang, wrong. I'm so sorry that we're taught this. Your happiness and joy does not come from outside, it comes from within. And bravo you if you're prepared to actually put the work in. It gets to be hard, this, because then you will enjoy your life all the more because you've earned it. What is that thing I'm thinking? Hang on. Yeah, you've earned the right to be happy. There it is. I don't know the artist. There's a lovely little drawing and it's a little creature and it's got happy written across its chest. And his little friend creature, it's a sketch. The other creature says something like, what's that with this happy thing? He said, I earned this. I work for this. I created it myself. I decided I get to be happy. That's you taking care of you, loving you, owning and cultivating your life. Pop a 1 if you would like that. And again, if you'd like a resource, £300 nearly recently, my program, Thrive Boundaries Mastery, is now there for you to have 90 days access, and you pay what you feel you are worth so that you get to be happy and free, my love. We're not taught how to be direct about what we want, what we don't want, what's okay, what's not. And therefore, school system, behind closed doors, courtrooms, the lot is littered with people who do not know how to speak into the things they want. And that is the reason, in my very informed opinion, across 30 years, for our unhappiness, disdain, resentment and illness, because it goes into the body if we cannot speak directly, sorry for the point, to what we want. So what's the core message? If you've done all of the other 3 videos, what's the core message? If you allow yourself to hear you and respect you, if you're shook up and stirred up and so on, triggered, the triggers are the guides, trigger points the finger at the place we get to heal. Something you believe about you already, someone's triggered that with their statement or whatever. What's the core message? i.e., you're feeling something. Anger. The response to trespass, to invasion. Someone has broken a boundary and probably it wasn't set because we don't know how to do that generally. And a boundary is not a wall. Reactive, the place of fear. Moody, withdrawing, pretending, I'm fine, being nice, which isn't nice, it's manipulative. Being good, that is pro you and pro health and pro security in relationships when we get to speak the truth. And then rely on what you see is what you get with people. Not you wondering what's wrong with them. And it's the most manipulative, that's not the most, it's a manipulative thing to do is to pretend that something's fine when it's not. And you would have learnt it from your parents and culture and so on. However, I would say give that up because it will make you sick. And your relationship's insecure because people can feel you're not truthful. And we're not truthful because we're not trustworthy. If you know something's going on with you and you don't know the words and how to have your back and how to respect you and follow through on what you know is okay and not okay, you're not trustworthy. So you're going to attract people who are not trustworthy. So take Thrive Boundaries Mastery with my love. So what's the core message? I'm going to go super quick because we don't need a part 5 to this, because we got Thrive Boundaries Mastery instead. What do you need to do with the core message? So let's say somebody has invaded a boundary, for example, and you're angry. Underneath anger is pain and fear. So the core message might be, get out. Get out of my cave, please, thank you. We also get angry if we've broken a fundamental value of our own, by the way, and then in which case you'll be angry with yourself. Somebody's been something and you didn't stick up for yourself and you didn't talk to it, you avoided, you dismissed it, it stacked across the years, and now you're punishing them or passively because you've been hurt and I wouldn't do that and all the things. Manipulative. If you're manipulating you, you're manipulating other people by default. And again, we've been taught to do this. So, let's have some forgiveness here. What do you need to do with the core message? Before you go to, I want to tell someone else what to do and not do, or I can't possibly because I feel guilty because, is between you and you there gets to be a message that you hear in your emotion. Emotions have messages. We get mixed emotions about everything. There's a message there. If you don't take the message, it will keep coming in other triggers and other people being X, Y, and Z. And or you'll get and you'll get sick, mentally, physically, etc. Again, if you would like a happy, healthy, wealthy life, you get to take control of it. You get to decide what you think about, what you feel, and what you do, and you do. And if you're sitting over there thinking, well, how does she know? She's got it. Believe me, I've been to hell and back. Me too. You're not on your own. You're not on your own. So probably there's going to be a boundary between you and you that you get to have. What am I feeling? They've been invasive, blah, blah, blah. What's the agreement that you get to make between you and you about what gets to happen now because of this situation? What's the lesson? What's the blessing in the lesson? Equally, what do you now get to do because you've had this experience? Somebody has lied and been invasive, been rude, been abusive, raised a voice, shouted at you and so on. None of that's anger, by the way, just so we know. That's discharge and leakage. Childish, regressed behaviour that they've learnt from someone else. We stack things, it comes out in this unpleasant way. Anger, healthy anger, is about understanding there's a message in something and you get to set a boundary with yourself. And then by extension, the next question would be, can they hear you if you learn how to speak graciously and directly to somebody about something that's okay or not okay? Can they hear you? I.e., can they self-reflect? Can they take feedback? Can they take ownership? And if it's a no to any of those, it's pointless having the conversation because they will gaslight you, attack you, dismiss you, blah, blah, you're the problem, all the things. So, and this is the challenging bit, is you get to hear you, respect you, and know that you are right. Somebody reached out to me the other day and said, what do I say about this text message? And it required a boundary of, no, I can't help with that, essentially. She knew, pop a 40 in the chat, if you know what gets to happen and gets to be said about things. However, you doubt you gaslight you, oh, I'm wrong, why am I feeling that way? Why am I feeling that? And then maybe you defer or you outsource your ability to self-regulate, self-soothe, take care of you, do the right thing by you. You outsource it to somebody else and then, of course, they do it wrong or you reject it or whatever it is because you're not taking ownership of your life. You're right. The way you do things may not be, for you, healthy. All emotions are valid. Every single one. What we do with the emotion is usually what the problem is. You stack resentment, that's going to cause you lots of problems and punish other people by default. So then, what is an agreement between you and you based on what you've just experienced? And can you follow through and honour the agreement that you make with you moving forward? What did you learn? How did you grow? And then you get to celebrate you. Wow, I'm catching this stuff. You're starting to address you and take you seriously. Bravo. Most generous thing you can do in this world. Take ownership of your damn shit. Let's stop blaming other people and start using it in order to have a good life. Because whatever's hurt you the most, my love, I swear to you this is true. That gets to be somewhere, shape or form, part of your purpose. Is what would you like to do about it in your small or big way given that this thing has shook you up, moved you, and so on. This is why I do this, because I had no sense of control with injustice. So I teach about how we get justice and liberation for our lives, and I do it the best way I can. Thank you for bearing with. Like, save the video, any of the things follow. And equally, if you would like Thrive Boundaries Mastery, take it with my love. You've got 3 months access, and you get to pay what you feel you are worth. See you again. Big love.